What's up guys, and welcome back to another weekly update here on YouTube. So we are basically back into full force here at Cosmic Camper Vans. It's been absolutely rammed with work since I've been back. The phone's been ringing non-stop, lots of new email leads coming in as well. So I did recently put into action a new Google Ads Manager. George, if you want to drop him a message, if you want his contact details, please do drop me a message because he's doing some really great work for me. The leads have been flying in for the pop-up roofs and all the different conversions that we do here at Cosmic. So yeah, work's been going really well since I've been back. I am going to Dubai next week to do a bit of a scouting out trip for a new project. I've got some exciting details to share everything with you later on down the line. Don't want to speak about too much just yet. But yeah, we are flying with work in the workshop. I'll show you what's going on now and I'll give you an update on other things that's going on as well. So this week we're working on two vans. This is going to be a Vauxhall Vivaro conversion, and we've also got this transporter that's in for a pop-top roof conversion. So inside here, we've cut out the windows now. This is going to have a full interior conversion in terms of a stage 1 conversion. So we're going to do all the carpet lining here, insulation, sound deadening, as you can see, flooring and some electrics as well. So that's going to look really good when that's done. I'll show you what that at the end of the week. And then we're doing a full rooftop conversion on this transporter, which the boys are working on right now. So they've cut the roof out, they're installing this strengthening frame, and after that the roof will be bolted in on the hinges just here, and then we're going to elevate it all and then install the full roof. It will eventually look just like that. And this other van is still in progress. This is a van for a customer called Len. We've done a solar panel install on the roof, and also we're doing a full interior on this as well. So this is going to be a complete conversion when it's all done. So you can see it here, it's all been carpeted. We've done all our insulation and sound deadening below these panels. All the panels are removable. We've done a diesel heater as well. There's a little bit of a table there. Windows and some flooring as well. So the next thing to do on this will be to install the kitchen. So we're going to be installing the kitchen on this side here, and then the rock and roll bed, and any final touches, and it'll all be done. So as you can see, the workshop is pretty busy. It's a bit of a slow week this week because we had a cancellation, but we've actually usually do about 3 to 4 vans per week in terms of roof installs or different little jobs. So it's going to be a good week this week. I'm going to show you the progress of the vans as the video goes on. A little new touch or update to the business as well. We've just hired a new staff member in the workshop to deal with the increased work demand. And that's been good. It's actually been good to find somebody who has a good amount of experience already. He's a little bit younger. His name's Tommy. And yeah, but he already came from another conversion company. Well, it was a conversion company that did van racking and commercial installs. So it's quite hard to find experienced people in this trade, to be honest with you. It's always been an issue when you're trying to find staff members, trying to find somebody who actually done camper van conversions before. So the training process is going to be a lot quicker for him, and I'm looking forward to see his progress and how he kind of fits into the team. I think he's going to do very well here. So whilst the guys are actually working in the workshop, what am I up to? So one of the things that I'm trying to improve in the business is to automate the process of lead generation or lead inquiries to quotation as simple as possible, to automate that whole process. Because one of the things I found when I was in Thailand, it was very hard to get hold of people when they submit their quote because of the time differences and stuff. And with my possibility of moving to Dubai in the next coming months, I want to make sure that my business can be almost fully automated in terms of my roles and responsibilities, so I can kind of hand it over and have minimal input required. So I've just hired a automation agency to go through the whole process in terms of lead generation, lead inquiry, contact creation, quotation process, and other little steps and kind of like processes in the business that can be automated. So that's going to be an interesting, I guess, an interesting development in the business to see how that goes. And I'll give you an update on exactly what that looks like when they do get back to me in terms of the implementation process. How much has that cost me so far? So basically I spent $249 on a consultation call for an hour. That was then refunded to me because I went ahead with a 10-hour block booking, which was $1,500. So it worked out to be around £1,100. And in my eyes, that's a very good investment, because if it can reduce my time input by 20, 30, 40, 50%, that's worth that kind of money all day long. And it will also mean I don't have to do as much work in terms of all the manual input of labor and admin. Right, so Dan is just doing his pre-handover checks now. So before the vehicle goes out, he's going to go through this booking form. Just show him this this form, Dan. There we go. So the reason that I basically put this pre-handover check form into place was because when customers were coming down to collect the vans, what was happening is sometimes some of the things were not checked properly, such as the cleanliness of the van, if the clocks have been put back to normal, the electrics, if there's any warning lights on the dash, all these different little things that could put a bit of a dampener on the handover process if they weren't right when the customer came. So basically what we do now, every single time we do this handover, we get the van ready, we go through this whole check sheet, we go through pretty much every single possible little problem that could arise at a handover. And it just means that we never call a customer until this handover sheet has been checked off by the staff members first in the workshop and then the workshop manager. They are both signed off before the customer is called to say the van is ready. And that just eliminates any problems when the customer comes to collect their van, and makes for a perfect handover process every single time. I guess really this is just one of the examples of one of the processes that I've implemented in the business to ensure that everything goes as smoothly as possible without my presence. And it's all about adding responsibility to the staff members, and also gives them a bit of sense of responsibility in the workshop as well, that they're signing off something. It's part of their responsibility to make sure that they have done a good job. And this is one of the many examples why my business works very, very well when I've not been here, because I do place responsibility on the staff members to make sure their work is top notch and there's no issues with customers when they come to collect their vans, because that's, at the end of the day, is the most important part of the process. They come and they see the van is perfect and there's no issues with it, and there's no bad feelings or bittersweet taste in the mouth when they come to collect their van. So another example of processes that I put into place is this form here. And what this form is basically is a disclaimer for customers to sign when they come to collect their vans and they've inspected it. And the basic premise of this form is that they are going to go around the vehicle in quite good detail and check over every single item or service that we've done to the vehicle, as well as check the bodywork and make sure they're happy with the state of the vehicle that they are going to take it home in. And the reason that we did this is because sometimes we had a couple of sneaky customers that would bring the vehicles to us with scratches down the side, for example. And we weren't checking the vehicles when they came into the workshop. And what they would do is then they would say that the vehicle had been scratched whilst it was in our workshop, so that we had the onus of fixing the problem, which could be £500, £600, £700 at a cost at every time. And what we did to ensure this would never happen again is that basically we video the vehicles when they come into the workshop, and we also get them to sign off this sheet every time before they take the vehicle away. And we give the customer 5 to 10 minutes to basically go around the van, check all the bodywork, check the state of the canvas, check the carpeting, anything that we've done to the van, we get them to check it. And then they sign this off, which basically says that they are happy with all the services that we've carried out in the vehicle, and they're happy with the condition of the vehicle after being returned to their possession. So basically, once they sign that, there's really nothing they can say to us to say that we've done something to their vehicle after it's left our workshop. And this has drastically reduced our comebacks and costings in terms of warranty, because it basically we get them to check it before they go away, and this is just something that we weren't doing before.
Okay, so this is Tommy, our new starter here at Cosmic, and he is basically prepping the carpet for the panels. So he's applying spray glue up and around the whole carpeting area, and then he's going to glue the panel and then attach that to it. So quite a simple job, to be honest, but it's good to get him into the swing of things, and yeah, a little bit of a show of how that works. Then on the other side, we've got Gavin, our experienced carpet fitter, who is prepping the actual base of the vehicle for applying the carpet. So he's going around all the panels that need to be carpeted with spray glue, and then what we'll do is basically bring in a large piece of carpet and he'll apply that to the whole metalwork of the van. So every van takes around 7 to 8 hours to fully carpet if it's a transporter. However, this was a Vivaro, so it's a lot more complicated to do, so it did take Gavin the whole day, but you know, when you're doing a good job, it does take time, and yeah, it was just a bit more complicated. There's lots more angles, more cuts to make. That's why transporters are much more easy to convert in general.